9799 here with another episode of What's for Dinner. My first, well, really my second of the new year, because I just uploaded a Manhattan-style clam chowder that I did do like a couple months ago that I forgot I had. So this is number 2. Anyway, I hope you all had a great new year, and I hope that 2010 is nothing but wonderful for all of you. It's Friday night, and I wanted something really yummy and comforting for dinner. It's really cold outside here. We actually thought we were going to get some snow this morning, but we didn't end up getting anything because here in eastern North Carolina, we really don't get a lot of snow. But tonight we're going to go ahead and we're going to make some garlic shrimp Alfredo. Just sounded wonderful. I had some frozen pre-cooked shrimp tail on in the freezer. I went ahead and I thawed those under warm running water. I pulled the tails off and they're sitting in the sink. And we're going to go ahead and make a quick and easy Alfredo sauce. This is super easy. You're not going to believe how simple. So let me gather a few things together and let's get started. Okay, what we're going to need for this recipe is a pound of fettuccine, 1 entire container, 8 ounces of grated Parmesan cheese. I'm using the cheap stuff, I know. I usually don't use this, but it's really good for making Alfredo sauce. It's easily accessible, and you don't have to measure. You can just dump the whole thing in. 2 cups of heavy cream, 1 stick of butter, and garlic to taste. I also have a pot of water on to boil, and I have my shrimp prepared and waiting in the sink. So let's go ahead and get started. I have a stick of butter that is melting here on the stove. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. So, melting this. And I'm going to go ahead and let this melt. And when it does, I'm going to come right back. Okay, so I've melted my stick of butter. And now I'm just going to, I buy this garlic. It makes it quick and easy. I'm tired. It's been a long day. I'm just going to stick a big spoonful and maybe a little extra in there. And I'm just going to saute this up a little bit just to warm it. Don't fry it because it gets brown and then it gets bitter and then it gets gross. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move from the spoon and I'm going to pour my cream in here. And I'm going to move to a whisk. Whisking this together. And then I'm just going to dump this cheese right in there. If you want to grate your own cheese, go right ahead. 8 ounces, this is about 2 cups worth of cheese, to be very honest with you. Maybe like 1 3/4 cups. So whatever it is, it's going to be just fine. You're going to whisk this together. I have my pot of water going. When that boils, we're going to put our fettuccine in. Whisking this together, and then the last 2 things I'm going to add to this pan. This is going to thicken up really nice once that cheese melts a little. Is I like lots of black pepper in my Alfredo. I say it's at least a teaspoon. And then nutmeg. I have this lovely nutmeg grinder. I also have whole nutmeg that I use it with a microplane, but I'm going to give that a turn, and I'm going to say that's going to be a quarter teaspoon or so. The nutmeg really brings out the flavor of the cream sauce, and in most traditional cream sauces, you will see nutmeg added. If you are uncomfortable with the color of the black pepper, please feel free and use white pepper. I don't have white pepper. I think it's pretentious and unnecessary. So why keep 2 different kinds of pepper on hand? I have a pepper blend, and sometimes I use that. But today we're just going to go with the black pepper because it was accessible and easy to reach. Okay, now I'm going to go once again. I'm going to bring this up to a simmer. I'm going to wait for all of this to thicken up and melt in. And I'm going to, when I come back, I will have my cooked pasta ready, and we're going to add the shrimp and the pasta right to this pan. We're going to mix it up, and we're going to eat dinner. And you know what else we're going to do? Before we eat dinner, we're going to fix you a plate. because I know you're hungry. Okay, I'll be back in a few. Okay, my pasta has come up to where I want it. It's just al dente. It's just a little bit chewy. And let me show you a trick. I'm going to put this right in here. I'm not going to drain it in the sink because I'm just going to put my pasta directly into the sauce. And this is going to help loosen up that sauce just a little bit and coat all those noodles. And it's going to be lovely. I hope you guys try this at home because this is so easy. You don't want to go buy, I've had the Alfredo sauce out of a jar before. It's not bad. I've used it in a pinch. I'll throw that together with some pasta and some cooked chicken chunks or canned chicken and a bag of frozen broccoli. There's nothing wrong with that. We're going to just turn this right in here and let that pasta totally get coated in that wonderful Alfredo sauce, which is divine, I may add, because, I had to test the pasta for doneness. So, a little spoonful of sauce was delicious. Now, and like I told you, this is pre-cooked frozen shrimp. I had one of those shrimp rings that I bought for Christmas that I didn't end up using. I took it out of the package, ran it under some warm water, pulled the tails off of it, and it's perfect. We're just going to throw it right in here. And we're going to eat this tonight, so it's going to be lovely. Now, who would want that? That didn't take long at all. It took less than a half an hour. It took longer for the pasta to boil and cook up than it did for me to make the sauce. So, let's fix you a plate, because I know you're hungry. I'll be right back. There you have it. Creamy garlic shrimp Alfredo. It's what's for dinner. Folks, I would like to introduce you to my youngest daughter, Micah, who's been assisting me this evening because Molly is off doing Molly things. Molly is off with her friend. I'm going to use the camera here, and I'm just going to turn the tripod. And this is my daughter, Micah.
Hi.
Micah's 10 years old, and Micah's starting to help me out with the camera duties. So, I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to hand over to Micah, and I'm going to have her firm up the shot. I'm going to say, I hope you try this, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope 2010 is the best year of your whole life. Regardless of what we think may happen, I hope that you've prepared yourself and your family. And we're going to address a few of those things later on down the line, because I have some things that are close to my heart, and some of the people that I follow know exactly what those are. So until next time, folks, have a great weekend. See ya!